We can often wonder how the narcissistic individual treats the one after you, treats their new supply. And when it comes to the narcissist and their supply, this is somebody who is providing the narcissist with something, be it validation, be it attention, be it praise, recognition, materialistic items, somewhere to live, an enabler, a flying monkey, whatever it is that narcissist is in need of from somebody else, from another source. When it comes to narcissistic individuals, they will happily devalue and discard their current partner and fall silent on them and pick up a child they haven't seen for 6 months. They'll happily start ignoring their child and paying attention to a friend or a new partner, whatever it is that the narcissist is looking for. The second you sort of stand up to them, call them out on something, question their authority, narcissistic individuals get incredibly offended by this. And they often seek to punish you, and one way they punish you is by finding somebody new and showering that person with so much attention, affection and support, and trying to provoke jealousy within you, trying to show you what you're missing out on, all because you dare to stand up for yourself against a narcissistic individual. Meanwhile, the narcissist is playing the victim with the new supply about just what a terrible person you are, so the narcissist can divide and conquer. Narcissistic individuals often follow very similar patterns of behaviour in relationships, particularly when it comes to treating a new source of supply, whoever that supply is. And there are several tactics that they will use to either impress a stranger rather than care for their own family, or to hoover an old supply back into their games. And one of the first of these is the idolization stage. So at the beginning of the relationship, the narcissist is going to idolize their new supply. They're going to shower them with excessive attention and praise and admiration and compliments and gifts. They're going to take them on extravagant trips if they can afford to do so. They're going to make the new supply feel so exceptionally valued and loved and cared about. They're going to go all out to love bomb. They're going to go all out to be really kind and really nice and really generous and win somebody over. Sell them an illusion of who that person would like them to be if it's a new supply, or sell themselves as a changed person who's seen the light if it's an old source of supply. And then once they've got that person where they want them, or once that person has triggered a narcissistic injury in some way by, again, just simply calling them out on something, even in the most innocent of ways, or by asserting a boundary, the narcissist then gets offended and punishes that person. In the beginning, there'll be that constant attention and validation. During the early stages of impressing somebody new or trying to win back an old supply, the narcissist provides constant attention and seeks validation from the new supply. If it's a new source of supply, they're often playing the victim of how the old supply won't leave them alone. The old supply is bitter. The old supply is jealous. The old supply treated them so horrifically. If they've gone back to an old source of supply, they're going to be claiming how much they've changed and future faking, promising you things in the future, again, to give you that false hope to hang on to absolutely nothing. However, these behaviours make the new supply feel admired and reinforces the attachment to the narcissist. A narcissist will use a ton of mirroring and flattery. They will find a stranger and they will get to know all about that stranger, and they will mirror the interests of the stranger. You like horse riding, they like horse riding. You want to get married, they want to get married. You don't want to get married, they don't want to get married. You like race cars, they like race cars. You like football, they like football. Whatever it is that you like, they like. Whatever it is that you would like in your future, they would also like those things too. They're going to mirror your interests, your values and your desires and sell them to you as though that is who they are as a person. In essence, you kind of fall in love with yourself. They create an illusion of compatibility. They use flattery to get you to feel unique and understood. And this is what they do with any new source of supply. With an old source of supply that they're hoovering back into their games, they know that person so well. They know their biggest weaknesses. They know their strongest desires. And the narcissist will use these to win them back over. More often than not, a narcissist will fast forward the relationship along. No one falls in love faster than a narcissist who needs a place to live. Narcissists try to accelerate the relationship quickly. They want to spend a lot of time with you. They move towards commitments like living together, marriage, babies, much faster than a typical relationship. They rush it and create that sense of urgency, which deepens the emotional bonds before any red flags become apparent. And even if they've gone back to an old source of supply, there's usually that much trauma bond that we don't always recognise these red flags. A narcissistic individual will ignore one of their children for 6 months a year, and then all of a sudden they want their children to come and live with them full time, usually to get out of paying maintenance, but they'll claim it's because they've missed their child oh so much. There'll be that exclusive focus. Initially, whether the narcissist has gone back to an old supply or picked up a new supply, the narcissist will give the supply that exclusive focus. They will make them feel like the centre of the narcissist world. It's a control tactic that ensures the narcissist remains the primary source of validation and support for that person, creating that emotional attachment. And with the narcissist being the primary source of validation and support, they will go all out to isolate the new supply from other people by simply wanting to spend all their time with them to begin with. Over time, the narcissist might subtly or overtly try to isolate their supply from friends and family. Triangulation, divide and conquer, so that the narcissist can remain in control, so the narcissist doesn't fear that abandonment or rejection. However, they can toy with the person that they've isolated and get that person to fear abandonment and rejection and get that supply to walk on eggshells around the narcissist. There's that subtle manipulation and control from the very beginning. Even the idolization phase, the narcissist starts implementing subtle forms of control and manipulation. And it can include things like setting unreasonable expectations, creating that sense of dependency and urgency, undermining the supply's self-esteem. They will go all out to devalue the new supply. They will go all out to make the new supply feel worth less than they actually are. They will criticize them, they'll mock them, they'll humiliate them, they'll shame them, they'll blame them, they'll devalue them, they'll strip them of their friends, their family, their hobbies, their finances. They will absolutely destroy them. And they will often, that intermittent reinforcement, they'll bring back the idolization stage when they want something from them or when they fear that the supply is breaking free and they haven't got a new supply lined up. And then more often than not, the narcissist will find that new source of supply. And then they'll discard the old supply, smearing the old supply's name. And they might go back for the hoover. How the narcissist treats their new source of supply, whether it's a stranger that they're impressing or they've gone back to an old source of supply, it's the same way they treat everybody. People are just to be exploited by a narcissist for their own gains. They don't see any wrong in their behaviour, they see wrong in your reactions to their behaviour. They quickly rewrite the narrative in their own head that, well, if you'd have just done as they said, then they wouldn't have had to treat you in that way. Because they don't self-reflect, they don't see themselves as the issue, they just go around and blame everyone else. It might seem like they're treating whatever supply they've picked up temporarily very, very well, but it's all a part of the game. once upon a time they treated you so well, usually to create jealousy within someone else, to make someone else work harder. People are just players in the narcissist game so that the narcissist can get their needs met. If anyone has any thoughts on this video, please do add those into the comments for people reading through. Thank you very much to all the returning subscribers, and your continued support with the channel is greatly appreciated. If you are new to the channel, I'm Elizabeth Shaw. This channel is all about narcissistic behaviour to give you more understanding of the people you might be dealing with within your life, how to handle yourself around those people if you cannot go no contact, and different methods to find what works for you to help you understand and overcome narcissistic and emotional abuse. If you do find the information helpful on the channel, please do subscribe. If you are looking for further help and support in understanding and overcoming narcissistic and emotional abuse, I do have several online guides available, and those teachable links are in the video description. If you're looking for someone to speak to, I have partnered with BetterHelp, and their sponsored link is also in the video description. I do also have several books out on Amazon: 15 Rules to Deal with Narcissistic People If You Cannot Go No Contact, a Narcissists Handbook, which is the ultimate guide to understanding and overcoming narcissistic and emotional abuse, how to create boundaries around those who have no respect for your boundaries, and the hilarious and sometimes horrifying narcissistic memes and their meanings, which is currently out now. If you'd like to go and check those out, they'll be in the description. Also, go out there and create the day that you deserve, because you do deserve to have an amazing day. Bye.